I'm Danny Gurry, and you've tuned in to Good Morning Frederick. It's a podcast, well, about Frederick. Everything, the people, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the cool stuff. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Good Morning Frederick. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Tuesday, August 13th. I'm your host, Danny Gurry. You know, you'd think after 96 shows or whatever it is, that this would be running smoother and smoother every single day. It just doesn't happen. Some days better than others. Today is one of those not so great days. I don't know. I'm all over the place. I got going late. That's always the problem. It gets your day thrown off. You know how it is. All right. Happy Tuesday. All right. Let me just tell you what is happening today. I'm hoping Bob Miller is back on the show today. I'm not sure. I know he is back on WFMD. He does have some stuff that he's dealing with, which we have prayers for him and his family. But Chris Michaels will be here with your local news, weather, and sports. Then I'm going to have some giveaways for you. I'd love to send you to some great stuff. Then we're going to talk about what's happening in Frederick with the calendar events for this week and the weekend, including an invite from Yemi to the final appearance of the African Americans of Excellence exhibit. Then I have an interview with Coach Ballgame. If you don't know who he is, you need to look at him on YouTube. Really cool guy. He is bringing his Sandlot tour to Frederick in September. And then Karen Hillman from the Cozy Castle. Boy, I tell you, if you want to get transported to some dreamland, that is her place. It is awesome. So that is what's happening this morning. And I hope we can get through it. We're in this together, people. We are in this together. Oh my gosh, the 100th show is coming up 1 week from today. I can't believe we are 5 shows away from the century mark. It seems like just yesterday. And some people, when I tell them, oh, I just started April 1st, they're shocked. They think the show's been going for years. So little do they know. Little do they know. All right, head to the Good Morning Frederick Facebook page. Share the 100th show post. My goal is to have the most people watch the show to date. So the debut show got 7,474 views in total across all the platforms. I would love this 100th show to beat that. And in order to do that, I need everyone to watch. Obviously, you don't have to watch live, but I need everybody to watch the show that day. Within that 24-hour period would be awesome. I would love to beat that debut show. Get over 7,500 views. That would be phenomenal. And we have some great guests on that show. I'm putting together the show kind of starting now, and I'm excited about it. Rick Weldon, Carlos Klein, and Kelly Schultz will be my guests, but we're going to have some fun montages of some great people that you've seen over the 100 shows. And it's going to be very cool. So please make a note. Please share that graphic if you can. I really, really appreciate it. Share it on all the groups and share it everywhere so that everyone can watch on August 20th. And also, while you're on the Good Morning Frederick page, make sure you fill out that survey. Also, subscribe to YouTube. I'll beg and plead. We're well on our way to 1,000 by September. That was our goal starting out, well, pretty much after we hit that 500 in June. I want to welcome all of our new subscribers. If you're wondering what this show is all about, well, it's really about you, Frederick. All of you. The people, the community, the businesses, the nonprofits, and the happenings. This is what the show is about. So please email me, text me, and I'll put the number. Make sure you have the number up. Email is easy, everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. Send me your suggestions. Fill out that survey. You can give me your comments and feedback. But really, look, we'd love to keep going. And having support from you guys surely makes that an easy decision to make. I've got Good Morning Frederick merch. You're going to want to come to 401 North Market Street tomorrow night, Wednesday, the night market. 5 to 8 p.m. Mama Cone and I will be at the shop, 401 North Market Street. Please pick up a 20-ounce travel mug, t-shirt, hat, sticker, or magnet. When you purchase, it gives me the proceeds to support our local nonprofits. Also, just by showing up tomorrow, and you show me that you are a subscriber on YouTube, I am going to give you a free Maryland Lottery scratch-off, if you're 18 and above, of course. Or you can choose 2 tickets to the Keys, and I do have a limited number of tickets to Alive at 5. So all you have to do is show up tomorrow between 5 and 8 p.m. at 401 North Market Street, and you're going to get that Maryland Lottery scratch-off or the tickets just by showing you've subscribed to YouTube. Now, if you pick up a t-shirt or a hat or a travel mug, I'm going to give you one of our tank tops for free. Now, it's while supplies last. I don't have terribly that many, but if you don't want the tank top, we will figure out if there is something else that I can give you in exchange for purchasing. So anyway, we just want to make sure that the name gets out there. That helps all the local businesses that we have been interviewing. All right, let's keep this Tuesday going. Maybe we can get on a roll today. Well, Good Morning Frederick wouldn't be here without the show's sponsor, We Help You Move. Whether you're moving across the street or across the country, Nicholas and his team of moving experts make that process so much easier. We Help You Move is veteran-owned and a huge supporter of the Frederick community, and you see it almost twice a week. Hey, do you recommend a mover? Please put We Help You Move when you see that on social media. I can tell you they moved my family and I from our townhouse to storage and from storage to the home we're in now. And they did a fantastic job. WeHelpYouMove.com. Again, you can just be moving offices. Maybe you've got to take stuff to storage. Maybe you got to, move some stuff. Maybe you're just moving down the street. It's all good. They will help you. All right, let's talk about the giveaways that we've got for you. These are great. We'd love to send you. Climbing for a Cause is this Saturday. You can go. I'd love to send you. I can email you those tickets. Just text CAUSE. And then I've also got 2 tickets to Troy Fest. And we're going to hear from Kat tomorrow all about this event. You can get 2 tickets to it if you like live music. Ja Works is playing amongst many other bands. It goes from like noon to 7, so live music all day long. You can text FEST to that one. Yes, FEST. And then, of course, our weekly giveaways. I've got Maryland Lottery. You can head to mdlottery.com and find out about all the available games. And we want you to please play responsibly, but we're happy to give you 5 scratch-offs. And again, come to Everything Frederick tomorrow, the home of Everything Frederick, 401 North Market Street, and I'll give you a Maryland Lottery scratch-off just for being subscribed to YouTube. All right, we've got the Tree Trekkers 3-hour adventure ticket. That is good for the season. You're going to text TREE, and then 4 tickets to any game at the Frederick Keys. You can text KEYS there. You can enter 24 hours a day, and we've got Chris here. So I am going to go ahead and get him in. I think it's just Chris this morning. That's okay, though. We're going to get all your local news, weather, and sports right now. Well, good morning.
Sorry,
Bad news.
the music
Bad news, Chris Michaels. I don't like it already.
That's me. The music is so catchy, Danny. I have no choice but to just dance. So I apologize for your listeners who are probably eating breakfast and probably gonna throw up their breakfast after seeing that. But good morning, Danny. How are you?
Good morning. I am well. How are you?
Good. Well, two things before I read the bad news of the day. Number one is I heard you talk to your viewers. I always want to say listeners because I'm so used to being on the
I know.
radio.
It's okay.
But
Some people listen on the podcast. It's all
there you go.
good.
I know you were talking about your viewers with suggestions on your show. I'm just hoping that they don't start saying get rid of that big bald guy whose head looks like a baked potato, because that would hurt my feelings greatly.
I think maybe you ought to offset it by getting everybody to fill out the survey and say, Chris is amazing. Keep him.
Well, we know they wouldn't be telling the truth if they said that now.
Well, thankfully, it's not a Democratic vote, so it's all good.
I like how you slid that in there. That's good.
Yeah.
The second thing is I do have an explanation of why Bob is not currently here with me the past few days. As you well know, we are working together in studio now. He's here for family reasons.
Yes.
And it turns out that being that I do this from my laptop and we have one microphone here, Bob doesn't want my face and his face close together sharing a microphone. I don't know why.
That is a great
smell.
explanation. I never thought about the fact you guys don't have more than one place to be able to do this show.
I mean,
that makes sense.
I make sure I brush my teeth every morning. I don't know what the issue is, but anyway, okay. I guess we should get to the not horrible news today. Let's see here. So, Montgomery County Police are currently investigating for, and real quickly, I want to get into this because this first one really irks me, okay? And I was thinking about this. Should I really put my personal business out there and say this? But I'm going to, only because I want to warn all our senior citizens. My father got scammed yesterday. Not a good scam at all. Yes. So I'm going to be fighting for that.
What happened?
He got his scam to where it had to do with gift cards. So anytime you see anything with gift cards, do not go for it. And the reason why I say it is because we're starting off with another scam. Seniors out there, or if you have people, family members who are seniors, please. Internet's a great thing, but it could also be a devious thing. Please watch out for them and make sure they don't get scammed out of their hard-earned money. There's nothing worse, and if I can take one of these people and wring their neck, I would love to do it, because to scam anybody, especially our senior citizens, is disgusting.
Yes.
And, I'm starting out with this today. Unfortunately, another scam going on. And I read this, I believe, yesterday. Montgomery County Police are currently investigating 4 criminal cases involving gold bar scams. That's where a resident, usually a senior citizen, as I said, is talked into investing all of their money into gold bars. They buy the gold.
I saw this.
Yeah. Yep. They buy the gold bars, and an individual comes to their door and takes the gold for safekeeping. They never see their money or the gold again. During a news conference on Monday, Montgomery County State's Attorney John McCarthy called these operations organized crime at the highest level. As the investigation continues, this issue we now know is not nearly nationwide. It's not nearly affecting Maryland. It's not nearly affecting Montgomery County. It's international, as he says. And like I said, I'm pretty sure I read that yesterday, but just want to make sure I give a heads up on that.
Yeah.
Protect your seniors if you can. A Virginia man is charged in Maryland with several counts of sexual solicitation of a minor. David Clay Murray, 48, was arrested on Friday, August 9th, in Fairfax County. He's awaiting extradition back to Frederick County. And a little bit of good news. The U.S. Small Business Administration says economic inquiry disaster loans are available in Washington, Allegheny, and Garrett counties in Western Maryland. Again, that's Washington, Allegheny, and Garrett counties as of right now in Western Maryland, which were impacted by the drought. SBA says small businesses, small agriculture cooperatives, and small businesses engaged in agriculture and most nonprofit organizations are available. So you may want to look into that if you have a small business that was affected by that drought. Again, as of right now, just Washington, Allegheny, and Garrett counties.
Huh.
Some renovation work is planned for the county-owned Belcourt Apartments in Woodsboro. Frederick County has received a $500,000 community development block grant from the state for this project. The county says funds will be used to replace the air conditioning and heating units in each of the 28 apartments, along with the community center. The money will also pay for the installation of accessible showers in each resident's apartment, repair the sidewalks, and replace the flooring in each of the apartments. So there you go. That is the news for today. And again, I'll give you some good news here, Danny. The weather's looking pretty good.
Okay.
Today, high of 84. It's beautiful out there right now. Sunny to partly cloudy, again, high of 84. Tonight, clear skies, low of 62. Don't see any rain again for today. Taking a look at tomorrow, I see sunshine, again, a high of 87. And tomorrow night, clear skies, low of a 62. So there you go. See, it's not all so bad today.
I know it's pretty bad when we have to depend on the weather for good news.
I know. Really, really good point. From now on, when I start the show with you, I'm going to say, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but today's news is...
I like the not so terrible news.
Yeah, I try to be
not bad.
Hey, listen, Danny, I'm a Mets fan. I'm a Jets fan. I can't be positive, so,
Oh, goodness gracious. All right. Well, look, have a great day. Hey, I'm dropping off some Good Morning Frederick hats to you guys today. I meant to do it yesterday, but I couldn't get by. But I'm going to come by today. So
I'm excited for the 100th episode. We got to do something big for your... maybe what we'll do is I'll go in a hot air balloon and I'll hold up 100 sign across Frederick. Maybe we'll do that. How about that?
I just want you to do it off of the kids' ropes course at Tree Trickers. That's it. That's all I'm asking. Nothing terrible.
My wife wanted me to change a light bulb on a 2-foot ladder. I almost collapsed when I went up that 2-foot ladder. Okay, so yeah, all right. I'll leave it with that.
All right. You have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Take care.
All right. Bye. Oh, boy. Goodness gracious. All right. Quick break. Then it's all the events from Frederick from the best calendar in the region. And we're going to hear from Yemi, who's inviting you to an event Thursday. Coach Ballgame is coming to Frederick, and I chat with James Lowe about this program. And Karen Hillman from the Cozy Castle. All of that is coming up right after this.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining family beyond compare.
The Crab Shop is open. Join Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County, Maryland for the 9th annual Blue Crabs and Blueprints celebration on Saturday, August 24th at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. This family-friendly day includes crabs from JB Seafood, food trucks, live music, and yard games. This fun-filled day supports Habitat's home repair and home build programs, making a difference year-round right here in Frederick County. Crabs must be pre-ordered by August 19th, so don't delay. Get your crabs now for this Maryland-style crab feed.
Don't miss Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, this Wednesday on Good Morning Frederick. From the experts of everything travel, Antietam World Travel Service. All right, let's talk about now what is happening in this great town of Frederick. All right. There are so many events happening in Frederick. I tell you, it is sometimes hard to keep up. But in order to find them, just go to promocircus.com and click on Everything Frederick Live and calendar of events. And let's see what we have here today, August 13th. Let's go to the agenda view. Again, I know it's difficult. I will try to figure out a solution, but just showing you what you can do to find all the events happening. Fingerboard Farm Market has some fresh organic produce every single day, 11 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. They are overrun with tomatoes right now. So if you're looking to get some great tomatoes, maybe make some salsa or those fresh tomato sandwiches that are so great in the summer, BLTs, those are my favorite. You can head down to Fingerboard Farm Market today, 11 to 5:30, and pick up some of their great produce. And I love the fact that it is all organic and grown by them. We got a couple carnivals, the Alpha Fireman's Carnival, which is right in Littlestown, Pennsylvania, not too far from here. And you've also got the Rocky Ridge Volunteer Fire Company Carnival. Those are both happening. You can see the links there. So if you go to the calendar, you can get more information about each of those carnivals. Find out exactly the times available. I've guesstimated based on other carnivals, but their times were not updated when I went to put this all in for you. The Frederick Keys are home tonight. They play Williamsport, and you can check that out 7 o'clock at Harry Grove Stadium. Tomorrow, you've got, superhero train ride and picnic with Walkersville Southern Railroad. That should be fun. 11:30 to 2 p.m. The kids can get dressed up, and you can too, and ride the train. It is a BYO picnic and a superhero story time, which is really cool. That is tomorrow, 11:30. On the Walkersville Southern Railroad. Of course, we've got the night market that we've been telling you about. So you're going to want to come to 401 North Market Street and hang out with us at the night market from 5 to 8 p.m. You know, it's funny. Yesterday, I was at a Downtown Frederick Partnership event, and it was the girl from Chappelle Candle Company. I think Amira is her name. I apologize. I can't remember her name. But anyway, she's the one who started this night market trend. A while ago, she was just doing it 5 to 8. She was doing it once a month. Nighttime, come out and shop. Then the block got involved, and now all of downtown Frederick is involved. So see, one little change can affect a huge make a huge effect on the rest of downtown Frederick. And so we're so happy for that. All right, this Thursday, of course, is Alive at 5. This Thursday is Daisy Road with 70s disco. You do have to be 21 to get into that, but you can always listen to the music right next to the library on the creek. And you can head to Country on the Creek from 7 to 9 p.m. at Shuck and Shack. WFRE's Emma J. will be there from 7 to 9 p.m. Friday, let's see, we've got, the Montgomery County Fair is going on, and WFRE will be down there as well, but they are going to be going all week long. And if you haven't been to the Montgomery County Fair, it is a great lead-in to our great Frederick Fair. You can hang out there at the Montgomery County Fairgrounds. Saturday, there are a ton of events happening. Of course, Climbing for a Cause. Get there early. Get your tickets now. Select the early time so that you can hang out for a little bit and maybe play some cornhole, get some great food from the food trucks. Donate to Relay for Life by buying some raffle tickets, which are just $1 a piece. And I know you can just buy the raffle tickets right now online. You do not need to be present to win. Then we've got I'm going to be heading over to the New Market Fire Companies. I think that starts at 10. Yes, Big Money Bash is happening on Saturday. And that's a great event. They pull tickets like every 5 minutes. hundreds and hundreds of dollars to be won, and it supports the Newmarket District Volunteer Fire Department. Yes, there we go. You can check out the details on the calendar for that as well. And the Mimosa Brunch is happening at Frederick Social on Saturday from 11 to 2. Oh, mimosas and brunch at Frederick Social. If you've not had the food at Frederick Social, you must. It is delicious and so fresh. I love it. Great place to get some food, and children are welcome. They've got a whole little play area for the kids. And if you want a cocktail or beer or wine, you can get it yourself from the beer wall. You can pour as much or as little as you like, which I do love about that. The Pages and Posy Tea at Cozy Castle Events. We're going to hear from Karen Hillman coming up here in just a minute. And if you want, you can check that out from noon to 3 on Saturday. This is the cool. She makes this amazing dried flowers like a vase out of a book with the pages bent. I'm going to show you pictures of it in the video when I interview her. It is so adorable. And then you put dried flowers inside, and it is she's just so phenomenal. I think you're really going to love her. All right, you can see Newsies on Saturday at Other Voices Theater. That is at 8 p.m. Oh my goodness, so many great things. And then Sunday, you can head out to the Urbana Library Farmers Market. That goes from 10 until 1. You can actually, there a lot on Sunday as well. Let's see, Frederick County, Goat Yoga at Fit to Shine. You can find Crystal's Funny Farm. Hopefully she's bringing some of those babies, but you can cuddle some goats on Sunday from 4 to 7 at Fit to Shine Studio, which is in Newmarket. And then there's Romeo and Juliet and Improv at the Frederick Arts Council Sunday at 7 p.m. Lots of great events. This town has 1 million of them. And, you know, I tell you, if anyone says they're bored, they are crazy. If you want your event on our calendar, just email everythingfredericklive@gmail.com. And if you want me to help out with an event, just let me know. I'd love to help you. All right, let's find out who is doing good in the neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Why trust Antietam World Travel Service to coordinate your vacation? Simple. They're a full-service travel agency to save you countless hours of online research. They have relationships with all the suppliers that give you the best value, like perhaps there's an upgrade or a resort credit available that you can't find on your own. And they monitor your bookings for any unexpected schedule changes and can alert you. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. All right, the artist Yemi wants to invite you all to a special event this Thursday. Here he is.
Yemi, I'm here with my friend Tiffany Kowalski, the great photographer, and she is the photographer for the 2024 African Americans of Excellence in Frederick County exhibit, art exhibit, photo exhibit, and a videography exhibit. And we're here at Rack, the famous Rack Brewery, to have the last exhibit of the season for African Americans of Excellence in Frederick County. And so what we're doing here is to have an exhibit on the Thursday the 15th between 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. And it's actually a fundraiser for AAOE, which is African Americans of Excellence in Frederick County 2025. So we want you all to come and meet the great Tiffany, and meet me, and meet the videographer, and have a fun time. And by the way, also, we'll be announcing the 7 honorees for 2025 at the event at 5:30. So come join us to find out who the honorees are. They are phenomenal. So join us.
And $1 from every beer or
Yes.
flight will
Yes.
go to the 2025 event.
Exactly. So come buy lots of beers and join us. And help us to raise money as well.
Hope to see you there.
Yes, the African Americans of Excellence exhibit this Thursday, Rack Brewing. Come on out and check it out. It's really cool. I'm actually going to be working on the 2025 event and bringing that to you. I had heard of it last year when everybody was going, but I didn't attend, and I'm looking forward to attending this year. All right, one more quick break, then we're back with Coach Ballgame. James Lowe is going to talk about his coaching style, and Karen Hillman from the Cozy Castle. That is coming up just after this, after I can figure out what we're doing. Here we go.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come sling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art Splatter Room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
The Crab Shop is open. Join Habitat for Humanity of Frederick County, Maryland for the 9th annual Blue Crabs and Blueprints celebration on Saturday, August 24th at the Walkersville Carnival Grounds. This family-friendly day includes crabs from JB Seafood, food trucks, live music, and yard games. This fun-filled day supports Habitat's home repair and home build programs, making a difference year-round right here in Frederick County. Crabs must be pre-ordered by August 19th, so don't delay. Get your crabs now for this Maryland-style crab feed.
Ah, yes, get your tickets for that event. It's going to be a lot of fun. A&S Construction, a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and it's right here in Frederick, serving Frederick County. A&S Construction specialize in roofing, siding, windows, gutters, patios, and decks. You can call them right now, 301-703-2157, or email info@ansconstruction.net. Perhaps you notice some leaking after all those rains, or you have some weird things happening on your roof, or your siding is bubbling or popping out. That's what one of A&S's customers had, and A&S and Sandra got out there as quickly as possible to take care of that for them. Remember, you can save $750 off any roof or siding replacement, or $50 off any roof repairs. Tell Sandra that you saw her on Good Morning Frederick. All right, James Lowe didn't make it to the majors in baseball, but he found a passion just as great. He has created a Sandlot tour, and if anyone knows the movie by the same name, you'll get what he's all about. I'd love to introduce you to Coach Ballgame. To chat with Coach Ballgame today. Thank you so much for joining me. You're on a camp right now, is that correct?
I am. I'm in my Chrysler Pacifica van at a lunch break. I've got 100 kids this week in Southern California, where I live.
Yep.
And excited to get over to your neck of the woods, Maryland.
That's right.
Hard to believe I've never brought the Sandlot to that state. So
you've never been in Maryland at all?
I've been there, but I haven't brought my Sandlot.
Oh, gotcha.
I did do a camp with Major League Baseball at the White House.
There you go.
That's not considered Maryland.
Not really, no, DC. I see you've started at the top and now you're working your way down.
Look at me, just flexing.
I did see that you did get a signature from Mr. Ripken himself, though.
Big fan. One of my dad's favorite players. Obviously one of mine growing up as well. I grew up in North Carolina, so I got to watch a lot of the Orioles games.
Yes.
And the Roberto Clemente Award is the most valuable award in my mind. So meeting a Roberto Clemente Award winner like Cal Ripken Jr. and the Iron Man himself I have this big conga that I take around the world, and I put it in the on deck circle at all my Sandlots, and it's got a lot of signatures. And now it's got Cal Ripken Jr.'s on there, along with 11 other Hall of Famers.
Yeah. Okay. So you have made your way from college. You played baseball in college, right? And didn't go further than that.
Yeah, I gave it my all. I grew up in a small town in North Carolina, but we had a big backyard, and I played ball in that backyard growing up. Brown University, they got a sniff of me, and they liked what they saw. So 4 years there. But a real eye-opening experience was when I was facing Justin Verlander. At that time, he was pitching for Old Dominion. He threw a couple of fastballs that I did not see very clearly. It was very fuzzy. And then he threw a curveball that literally made my stomach dry heave. Thankfully, I did not throw up, but the umpire did say strike three. And that was it. That was the moment. I was destined to be a baseball coach and not a player. So from Brown straight to Southern California, where I did a 10-year coaching stint in LA, where I just learned how to coach. I learned my voice. I learned the lens I was supposed to look through. I had great mentors that showed me the way. And the last 10 years, I've been in Orange County doing my own thing, which we call Coach Ballgame. So this is home base, but about 5 years ago, we decided to take this thing on the road. Big time thank you to a family who I didn't know, but I got a phone call, and she said, "My name's Sandy. You don't know me, but my husband just died of cancer. And before he died, this long battle, he'd seen some of your videos, and he loved what you were about. You were about kindness. You were about building character. You were about joy." And he said, in lieu of flowers, when he passes, raise money and send it to this Coach Ballgame guy. I get off the phone. I thought that was a prank call. I got on the phone with her son, and he says, "There's no catch here. What's your Venmo?" $20,000 later,
Holy
we
cow.
had a grant from this family, and these were from people that didn't know me, but they respected this family, and this man, Dave Schreckengast, who was a teacher and a coach for 50 years, but they started sending money because they loved who he was. And that was our start. We went around the country, 5 different cities. We went to the Field of Dreams in Iowa. We went to St. Louis. We went to Chicago. We went to Pennsylvania, and we went to the Bronx. And we did free Sandlots. And that was the beginning. That gave us the fuel that we needed to get around the country and do this Sandlot tour. So that's what we're bringing to Frederick, Maryland here in just a few weeks.
Yeah, yeah. And look, I think that what you do bring is refreshing. Having watched your videos, having been a daughter of a baseball coach, played baseball when I was younger, I guess there's a few things out of your journey and experience. Number one, I think it's really good to show kids that you don't have to play in the major leagues to be successful at continuing to play or have an affiliation with baseball. I think a lot of kids who are young get caught up in that, I want to be pro, and they're 8 years old, and they get caught up in this, well, I think what you call like the do or die or cutthroat leagues that take the fun out of the game. And I think what you show is that the game can be fun, it can be encouraging, it can be kind. And I don't think there's a lot of coaches out there who base their success on that, and I love to see that.
Well, yeah. Who would have thought what I do would be novel? Let's build character. Let's make it fun, and let's create great humans.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of major league players, managers, interview them with my job with MLB. And all of them say the same thing. What in the world is going on out there? When did it get crazy? Why is it so win at all costs? Why are kids feeling so much pressure? They should be playing with joy. Why? Because the math says none of them are going to make it to the major leagues. but
Right.
all of them are going to be adults one day. They're all going to be parents one day. They're going to have tough decisions where they need to lean on you as the coach when they have a really tough decision to make. So for me, I'm educating the parents. Yes, I'm going to give the kids in Frederick, Maryland 3 hours of joy and character development, but I'm really speaking to the parents and the coaches because that's what it's going to take. We've got to equip, we got to educate all these parents and all these coaches. Folks, wins do not matter until you're on TV. When
Yeah.
you're the manager of the Yankees or the Orioles, yes, you need to win to feed your family. But right now, you don't. Right
Yeah.
now, you need to create good humans. So I learned that early on in my coaching career that I need to be in the business of reeling the kids in and making them want to fall in love with the game.
Yeah.
Most of the kids were not the 8-year-old version of me who was obsessed with baseball. Most of them need some enticing. They need some engagement. So my goal is to teach these coaches and parents in these different towns. Here's how you build trust with kids. Here's how you engage with them. Here's how you teach love of play. Here's how you develop them as a human and build character. And as far as developing the skills and winning games, those will be byproducts of all the life lessons you teach. But I come from a place of it's barely baseball, it's barely softball, way more important things to get to, and everything else will take care of itself.
Yeah, let me ask you. You talk about how you coach and or educate parents and other coaches. Do you actually spend time with the adults during these camps, or is there something that's accessible to them? I would love if more coaches were mentored by somebody like you.
Absolutely. Both. Yeah, I've got a playbook, and you can find it in the link tree in my bio and my social medias. It's called the Coach Ballgame Playbook, but it's a starter kit. Really, what I talked about: how to create effective practices, how to teach love of play, how to create long careers, how to get the best out of your kids in a high leverage moment. So that's the Coach Ballgame Playbook. But as far as these Sandlot tours, we have a pre-Sandlot Zoom with all the coaches that are going to be there, all the volunteer coaches, and I just give them the broad strokes of how do we engage these kids? How do we get them to want to come back tomorrow? How do we create 3 hours of joy? How do we prioritize movement? So we go through all the different stations that we'll be running, and there'll be 8 different fun stations of different skills that we'll be teaching at these Sandlots. Then after the Sandlot, we unpack it. Hey, what stood out to you, coaches, parents? What stood out? How can we make coaching better? And that's the highlight of my tour, is really discussing these things with all these parents. And what I've learned is nobody is trying to sabotage their own child's future. They just don't know it exists until they see it. When they
Yeah.
see some guy in a funny hat cruise through, sing songs, recite poetry, tell stories, play the drums, and they see all the kids jumping and laughing and having fun and playing better, performing better, all while earning baseball cards for making good choices, then they go, oh, okay, so this is possible. We don't need to do it the way we were taught or the way we see it every weekend at our games. Let's try this other way. And I've found there are so many great people in every small town in America and every big city. I think the towns that get behind their little league and get behind this message of how can we make these kids better humans, those communities thrive. There's a different feel when the kids and the adults, they all know each other, and little league is prioritized.
Well, I love it. We love what you do. You're coming to Frederick September 8th. You can get your registration now at coachballgame.com. Just search for Frederick, Maryland. We're at Lotes Field next to Keys Stadium. And we look forward to seeing you out there. I'm going to come out and check it out. And we know you're going to have a sold-out day here in Frederick. We can't wait. We hope you have safe travels, and we'll see you in a few weeks.
I'm excited. Thanks for having me on and for spreading the word.
Yes, you got to check out Coach Ballgame on YouTube. The one video that he plays about him that was done is really, really great. All right, let's talk about who's making our market. Darn it. I meant to update that. The next flea market is in September 28th, I think it is. It's on our calendar. I've got to make my note, update Pooling for Veterans. However, it is sponsored by Pooling for Veterans, and they are doing a bounce house event coming up October 14th. Details will be coming soon about that. It's going to be like $25 all you can bounce from 11 to 4. They're going to be looking for volunteers aged 14 and up. If you want to volunteer, you can email outreach@poolingforveterans.org, and more information will be coming from about that. I got to talk to Michelle and get the details for you to pass along. But the next flea market is in September. So gather your stuff. This will be a good one. Hopefully the weather will be great. It'll be nice and cool, not so hot like the last couple. And there were hundreds of people selling, which was fantastic. All right, Karen Hillman had a dream, and she brought it to reality in 2020. The Cozy Castle is a place to find your creativity. And if you don't have any, I'm telling you, she can help you. It is all in the location, I think. Here's Karen from the Cozy Castle. I've been transported to I don't even know what. I am here with Karen Hillman. I'm right off Old National Pike.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been transported to, I don't even know what century, but just gorgeousness. This is really stunning.
Thank you.
What you have here. Okay, so I don't do a lot of research before I talk to people because I love to hear how people describe what they do, and then I usually hang on a couple of things that you've said, but I'm so overwhelmed by how talented you are. So we'll back up a little bit. So we call this
the Cozy Castle.
The Cozy Castle.
Cozy Castle, yes.
The Cozy Castle. Okay, and this home to you was your pin in the board that you said, I'm going to move to Florida. And you stayed down there for how long?
Almost 30 years.
And then you said, but I really want to get back to Maryland.
Yes.
And this house came on the market. You basically came up here, put in your offer, and that was it.
That was it. Didn't look at another house.
Wow, it's just divine
Serendipity.
intervention.
Yeah,
for sure. Okay, and so when you purchased this home, in your head, is this now what you had pictured it would be?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. Yep.
Yeah.
The bones were here. I knew it could be, but then putting my own spin on it.
Yeah.
Yes, it now is.
So you have an extraordinary talent. I mean, I know a few people in my life that are just so talented at putting things together, a home with the furnishings and the theme, really, and just the things you've added. And you know, obviously I'm going to be showing them, like that piece of furniture in your kitchen. So where did you find that?
That actually came with the house.
Okay, so it was already here.
I changed it. I put marble on top, but it was here.
Okay.
And it was out of Pennsylvania drugstore, an apothecary case.
That again, I said to you, like, I wish I could look at something like that and go, yeah, just put it right there in the kitchen. It just would never be the same. But all right, so the Cozy Castle, if you had to tell somebody succinctly what this place is, what is it?
I would say it's a place to indulge your creativity, a happy place, come to a tea, to a dining experience, to an art class.
Okay.
A place to explore, you know, your art can be like therapy. So it's sort of like a therapy in a way. And there's a lot of gardening or entertaining and things to learn.
Yeah. Okay, so you hold classes here where you make amazing things. Like, I really want you to come to the Home of Everything Frederick and do the paper book vase thing with dried flowers. I think that is beautiful. It's just a piece of art, and it looks like it would be fun to create.
Yes,
And
not difficult. Nothing
Yeah.
I do is crazy difficult.
yeah, I love that. I love that. And then you guys you've made foods.
Yes,
So
yes.
you do food. It really is, though. Everything I can tell is an extension of art. It's not just
Right.
that you're making the crackers. It's beautiful, and it ties in a lot of the things I can tell that you really love.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about, I love, we're all living this life. We're stressed. There's things. So why not try to add some beauty to it?
Yeah.
And make your plate beautiful, or make crackers with flowers.
Yes,
that
I know.
Are
I
beautiful.
love it. Okay, so people can go to your website to find out if there's a class on offer.
Yep.
That's one way. They can also reach out to you to have something private
Yes.
here.
Yes.
So if they wanted a tea or a luncheon or a small gathering,
Right.
they could do it right here
Yes.
as well.
Yes, they can.
I mean, I don't know why there's not 1 million people here every day. I mean, you feel like you've escaped to another time. You don't even realize that right out there is 70, right?
You feel like you're away from the world.
Yeah. So, what's been the biggest challenge? So you moved here when the world shut down in April of 2020. What has been the biggest challenge so far in the last 4 years?
I think that moving here during that time really, in some ways, was a bit of a blessing, because it gave me the time we were nowhere else. So
Right.
I was here, organizing and, creating and making this place what I wanted. But probably the patience of saying, your outdoor fireplace is not going to be built in 2 days.
Yeah.
And I put the garage, and, that's one thing I've learned in doing this. So many ask me if I'm an interior designer, and I am not, but you can't do this in 2 days. You
Right.
have to be patient, and you have to let it evolve, or else you just end up with a bunch of stuff that's not in the right place. So
Right.
I think just having that patience and saying, you know what, this will come soon enough, it will be, was kind of difficult. And but now it's there. It's
Yeah.
what I envisioned, it's what I dreamed, and
Yeah.
people are enjoying it so much. We do lots of seasonal things here with all the florals on the grounds, and it's just a joy for me to have people come here. The tagline here for Cozy Castle is "Indulge your creativity," and so many people someone will have been here and they'll bring someone else, and that person will say to me when they walk in the door, "I'm not good at this. She is, and I'm not good at
That
this.
would be me.
So I'm just warning you right
Yeah.
now." And I say, just relax.
Yeah.
It's
not a
it's not
competition.
rocket science,
Right,
right?
yeah.
And
And
they
it's not a
end up leaving here so thrilled, because they can't believe that they did this.
Yeah.
They put this together, that they
Yeah.
made this. And like I said, what I teach, I try to be nothing overwhelming, crazy. Most people can really get in there and learn and create some beautiful things,
Yeah.
whether it be
Simplistic
food or art.
beauty, I think,
right.
really. So what came first for you? I know you are a photographer. You now do greeting cards with
Yes.
your photography. So what was first?
The photography.
Okay.
The photography really came first, and it was a very specialized, it really doesn't exist anymore. It was shooting in true film, which doesn't exist really anymore. True black and white film, and using photo oils to hand color on the images.
And I have that example you showed me,
Yes.
which is unbelievable.
And
yeah.
I had a huge vintage romantic clothing collection, and I would just dress these kids or these pregnant ladies or families and take them to really special spots. And that is sort of what hurled me into the whole artful side, because people asked me if I would share with them how to do that process. And it's something, like I said, that doesn't exist. This was done before the invention of color film, and now everyone does it on the computer, which it's not the same. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks good, but
Yeah.
so I began offering that, and people were just so taken by it and loved learning. And being all the other creative things I do, I thought I should start doing some workshops and classes and offering this, because people seem to love it. And so that's where the whole events and the classes and it all came from, the photography business.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, obviously, a hugely creative outlet. The way I can tell you've used your photography, it's not typical. You know, you're not staging mom and the kids, and you know what I mean. I can tell you kind of took a different spin. So before photography, where has this been born? Like, where did this creativity come from?
You know, I think it just came from being sort of, I'm a hopeless romantic.
Okay.
I feel like I was born in another time.
Yeah.
My first job was riding my bike to an antique shop, the Briar's Antiques in Olney.
Okay.
And I was working on mosaic jewelry. I was like 14 years old.
Yeah.
And she would give me pieces of mosaic and say, can you create a necklace? Can you create something out of this? And she was overwhelmed and said, this is like, how are you doing this? And I think it just, maybe it existed from within somewhere, from another time.
You're wired differently, and it's funny, sometimes people say that to me about like marketing ideas or things that I come up with, and they say, oh my gosh, where did you, and I'm like, I don't know, it's just normal.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So it's just in you.
It's in you.
And you can definitely tell, like when you describe yourself as a romantic and all of, I mean, that comes through every piece that you have in this home, and every little accessory and every way everything is you feel that immediately. So you live here in your dream, which is amazing, and you share it, and you share it with everybody else, which is awesome. Okay, so people need to go to your website, find out if there's a class, or reach out to you if they'd like to host something here.
Yeah. Facebook as well.
Available.
I post a lot on Facebook, on the Facebook page.
Okay, great. Okay, great. All right, if there was one thing you wanted people to know about the Cozy Castle, if you had to tell them, what would that be?
I guess it would be that I love sharing this with other people. I enjoy it. It's my home, it's my business, but the greatest joy for me is sharing it with others and seeing people indulge their creativity. And I love when first-timers come here and leave here walking on air. It just makes me feel so honored and happy. So, and not to be afraid if, you know, people say, I'm not creative. If you come, you see, and you will be surprised.
Yeah.
It's really
this
enjoyable.
house. This house will do it to you. Promise you that. Well, reach out. Meet Karen. Can I say about the book?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes.
Okay. So you have some big stuff happening. You have a book coming out.
I do.
I just saw the cover. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Who took the picture of you?
Daniela in Florida. It was taken in Florida, at my
Okay.
home in Florida. Daniela Kuntz, she's an amazing photographer, and we got the shot I was envisioning. So,
Okay. Yeah, it's a great photo. When do you think that will be out?
I'm crossing my fingers. I hope to get it finished this winter and then have it out in the spring.
In the spring. Okay.
So
and
it's been a
that's
labor of
gonna kinda-
love.
Yeah,
A labor of love,
I
never
bet.
ending.
So that's going to kind of culminate all of your loves.
Right,
Right. So
right.
it'll have a little bit of everything in there, and
Recipes, inspirations, it'll be tablescaping, party ideas, repurposing, lots of fun stuff.
okay. Well, I would really love to make sure we help you launch that.
Thank you.
Yes, I would love to do
Thank
that.
you.
All right, Karen Hillman, the Cozy Castle. I'm telling you, you guys got to come check it out. You just. The photos will not do it justice. The video will not do it justice. You got to come down and visit. We thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Great place, I tell you, the Cozy. I'm not kidding you. It's just so wonderful. All right, are you getting hungry? Oh, how about some ramen or some sushi? Annie and I recently had dinner at Sushi Nomu, and I've got to tell you, it was absolutely unbelievable. The decor, phenomenal. The food, just amazing. I had the best miso soup I've ever had. The sushi was so fresh and delicious, and it was actually a feast for the eyes. The presentation was stunning, and the service was impeccable. The sushi, fresh, the sashimi, the best I've ever had. I can't say enough great things about it. If you're looking for a great place, maybe to go on a date, or maybe just to try something new, it's affordable, it is beautiful, and you will not be disappointed, I promise. Sushi Nomu at sushinomu.com or 4969 Westview Drive, just beyond the Dunkin' Donuts. Yes. Head over to Sushi Nomu if you want to get some great food. All right, coming up on tomorrow's show, I'm going to tell you all about Troy Fest, a live music event coming up in September, and a new monthly segment. I want to welcome Local Compass, your guide to worldwide travel, sponsored by Antietam World Travel Service. Plus, I will have Hathan from Fratelli's about the renovations. That will be on tomorrow's show. All right, go fill out the 100 show survey. You can find it at Good Morning Frederick on Facebook. And tell a friend about Good Morning Frederick. Have an amazing day. Let's get out there, do what we know how to do, which is let's be great, Frederick.
Down.